Previously on The Valley. Its ears stand on end, and it crosses the stream and begins to pour its way towards you. Jared, you recognize this creature is the same that is in your book, D for Dog. You see it limp towards you.
Can we take it inside and feed him?
As you come up to him, you see he's looking down at the dog, lying on the earth in a pool of blood.
I walk towards Mother. You did that? You did this? We're leaving.
Leaving?
We're leaving today, now.
Leaving your old mother?
Yes.
Very well. She lets go of Jared. He runs over towards you. You won't be coming back. You begin to trudge up the hill. It's steep, and the dirt road slips under your boots. It's tiring. You haven't had food since yesterday. You didn't have porridge this morning. And after all that business with Mother, well, you feel exhausted. You keep going for a time, then you feel your eyes drooping down. You can barely walk anymore.
Brother, I feel tired.
Keep walking.
Can we rest
Jared?
soon, brother?
No. Oh, I pick up Jared and place him on top of my shoulders. Jared feels way heavier on my back now. Walking up this hill, more famished than I've been. Suddenly the tasteless bowl of porridge doesn't seem like such a bad idea anymore.
You trudge on. For hours, seemingly. Slowly. Your mind wandering back to all those times with Mother. You remember the time when you woke up one day and your leg had swollen up the size of an apple. Mother fed you medicine for 3 days as your fever grew worse, until on the 4th day she took you outside. Jared watched. He was only young then. She sat you down and pulled out a long, sharp needle and pricked the bulbous growth. You remember the grey fluid which seeped out from it. You remember the pain. And you remember the look on Jared's face of confusion. Mother tended to you. She wipes your wound down. And then you sat on her lap the rest of the afternoon as she played her piping flute. You keep going until you can go no longer. And then you fall to your knees. Jared wakes up for a moment.
What's wrong, big brother?
Nothing.
We should rest, big brother, even if we have to sleep in the trees.
Nothing's wrong, Jared. Just keep walking forward.
Does the road just keep stretching on?
Yes, upwards. A dark cloud passes over the sun. It is getting later now.
Brother, we're nearly at the top of the valley, I'm sure, but we have to rest.
It's hard to tell how far up you are. The forest is so dense around here.
Is there any caves or anything?
Wouldn't be too hard to find shelter. You would have to poke around for a time, though. A light drizzle starts up.
Brother,
I'm walking for myself now. I get off his shoulders.
I almost fall to the ground as the weight is lifted off my back, panting.
You fall to the ground, and for a moment, you fall asleep. You lie there, and then you open your eyes. You see Jared pulling on you. You've found a place where you can shelter. The rain grows heavier. You pull your brother. There's a rocky outcropping. You curl up together there, and you fall asleep. Jared, you see yourself standing in the middle of the garden. You see the great tree moving as it did. You see the droppings fall. When they hit the ground, they are consumed by it. They disappear and sink into the earth. And soon the tree is whole. It is not weighed down by the droppings anymore. And you see the dog. It walks towards you. Its legs seem longer than they were before. In fact, it towers over you. It towers twice your height. And you see yourself from your brother's eyes. You see the dog come to you as your body holds out a hand. The dog reaches over and licks your face. And then it saunters off back into the forest. You wake up and you feel the side of your face is wet, and it feels as if it's warm.
I look toward Terence. Is he asleep?
Yep.
I crawl over to him, still tired, shake him awake if I can.
Brother, dog's alive. I know it, brother. I saw it. I felt it.
I sort of rub the moisture from my cheek and rub it on his forehead.
The dog licked me. It was here. Brother, I know it's here.
What dog, Jared? What dog?
The big long one that towers above us.
Go back to sleep.
The one at the creek, I know.
He falls back asleep. I walk away and I go to the entrance of our rocky outcrop and I look out towards the valley, down. I look up towards the cloud.
It's dark, very, very dark. And you can only sort of just discern the outlines of the trees. There is just the tiniest slither of moon, and you are thankful for that. You look out, and you see something moving. Perhaps it is the dog.
I take one look at my big brother asleep, and I walk out.
You walk towards it. Your legs seem to be taking you there. You're half asleep, and you've just woken up from this strange dream in this strange dark place. You should feel afraid, but you don't. As you cut through the thistles and shrubs, you walk closer towards the shape, and you can see it moving. It ambles around, going left and right, looking for something. You can see it seems to be a person. You go up closer.
Hello? Have you seen a dog come past here? Very tall, slender face. Likes to chase after sticks.
The figure turns its head towards you, and you are frozen. The face is a shock. It is bright as the full moon, and it shines at you. It is mask-like. It is too symmetrical. It has rounded cheeks and a pointed chin. It looks at you with these big eyes. You feel the expression behind those eyes. And the fright within you is paralyzing. You shut your eyes as soon as you see it. And even with your eyes shut, you still see that face dancing in the blackness. And then you feel a hand pull you away, pull you back towards the rocky shelter.
Brother, do you see that masked man?
Come on, Jared. We have to go back to the shelter, okay? Now.
Okay, big brother.
Get behind me now. Come on. I keep a wide eye out.
Maybe the dog belonged to that man, brother. Because we know that the dog lived in the woods.
Come on, Jared.
Where are we going,
Up
brother?
the hill, come on. Let's go. Take my hand. Don't look back.
You run up the hill, terrified. You run for, well, you don't know how long, but after a time you begin dozing off again as the panic subsides. In the darkness, you see things. You are shifting into dreams and then back out again. You see the forest. During the day, the cold sun shines, and you are walking, holding a long stick. You walk through the forest, swinging the stick around, taking down the spiderwebs between the trees, and searching. And you open your eyes and you see you've reached the top of the hill. There is a paved road. You stand there for a moment. Look around, and you see a few houses. One, a few minutes walk up the road. They seem tucked into the forest, and these paved roads connect them. You see lights further off in the distance.
Quick, brother, boost me up. I'm hungry. Maybe they have something for us to eat. Boost me up to the window so I can see. Quick, brother, quick.
You lift him up and you look inside. It's dark in there. You can see two people sleeping in a bed. You put your hand on the glass and it feels warm. You remember how cold you are.
Can I see any food?
No.
We have to have something. If we don't eat, we'll starve.
No, brother, don't say that. We'll find something very soon, I'm sure. Are we gonna go in, brother? I'm shaking. It's really cold here.
Stay behind me. I go and knock on the door.
Nothing happens. You knock again, louder. And then you hear the floorboards inside creak. Someone walks towards the door. Just as they open it, you feel a cold breeze at your back. And you look behind you and you see that face again, following you, coming through the trees. From inside the house, a man walks down the corridor towards the banging door, wiping the sleep from his eyes. He opens it and stares out into the darkness. And there is no one there. Your eyes open. It feels as though they've been closed for a long time. And it hurts when the light comes through. You blink and look around. There is light, white light, streaming through holes in the ceiling. And as your eyes adjust, you see images on the walls. You see paper, parchment, and old rags nailed to the walls. You see writing. You recognize your own alphabet, but the letters seem inverted somehow. As you try and read the scraps of writing on the wall, it hurts your head. Eventually you shut your eyes and it is a while before you open them again. You awake again and try to pull yourself up. You have the strength now, but you seem buried deep in sheets and bedding. Around you, in some cot, you and your brother. You try and pull yourselves out, but it's no use. The effort just makes you sink down deeper. And then you see that face again, leaning over. It seems to look straight through you. Its expression cannot be read like a normal person's face. You do not know what lies behind those eyes, but you feel it knows you. You don't know how long you've been lying here. The person says,
"Where is my dog?"
You scramble and try and pull yourself free, but you can't. The effort pains you, and you fall back down, tired again.
Brother, I'm stuck. Can you move?
Jared,
Can you get free?
I'm going to try and pull my brother out.
You pull him up, and you clutch him, but you're not strong enough to pull both of you out. You could pull yourself and leave, or you could push him out of the cot.
I push him out of the cot. Remember?
Brother,
S, Jared. S is for shh.
brother, I can't leave you.
Go away, Jared. Get out of here.
I
Jared.
grasp for his hand in between the cot.
I push the hand away.
Brother, you can't go. You are all I have left.
He pushes you out, and you land on the floor.
I scramble towards the door.
You look around, and you do see a door. It's ajar, and light streams through it. You can see no sign of that masked creature. You see the writing on the walls, and you see the floor is just dirt. You see traces of old floorboards, most of which are half rotted into the ground. And you see spiders' webs stringing from the ceiling.
I look to this sort of writing on the wall.
It reads, "Where is my dog?" And then you turn and see, standing in the door, that figure. You see its body now. It is a tangled mess of black rags and flesh. You cannot discern the limbs. It comes towards you, slowly, staring down deep into you.
No, I swear, I didn't kill your dog. I loved your dog. It came and we played, and it was the only thing that brought light into my day. But your dog went to sleep and it just wouldn't wake up one day. No, I would never lie.
The creature turns and walks out the door.
I can take you to your dog if you like, sir.
It turns its head back towards you and nods.
But it's down at the deepest part of the valley, and I will need my brother for a guide. Do you think he could come along too?
The creature considers for a moment and then nods. You look back into the room and you see Terence clambering over the cot, panting. He's made it out.
Terence, brother,
Jared, where have you been?
this man, that dog belonged to him. I knew he had a home.
What man?
The man.
You see that it has already begun sort of moving away.
We have to show him back to his dog.
Back to Mother's house.
We have to show him.
I want to walk towards where this black, ragged thing is. We will show you your dog if you give us something to eat. We're starving.
It nods, and a limb comes out of it somehow and reaches into itself and pulls out bread.
I snatch the bread. I rip most of it apart, rip most of it off, and give it to Jared.
You consume it, and then you begin your descent down into the valley. Every now and then, the creature will pull out another piece of this bread and pass it off to you.
Thank you.
After a time, you know you're getting close, because it is cold down in the bottom of the valley. Part of you never wanted to return here, but here you are again.
It's not long now, mister. Just further down, beyond the fog.
It follows you, and then you reach the house. You take the creature around to the garden, keeping a watchful eye on the windows. And there you see the black form of the dog's body. The creature goes over to it, bends down, extends a limb and strokes the rotting carcass.
You did this.
We did not. We fed your dog. We took thorns out of his paws and we fed him.
You lie.
The creature stands up, far taller than you knew it could, on long spindly limbs, and looks down at you with its moon-like face. It bears towards you.
Brother, tell him we didn't do it. We couldn't have.
We didn't do it. We didn't. We had nothing to do with this. Mother? Help? Mom?
As the creature rears its head, you see through the window your mother watching.
Mom? Mother? Please help us. Jared. Go. Just run. Go away. Leave. Get out of here.
I frighteningly scramble up the tree.
The creature pursues you. It stalks after you and extends long limbs to grab you from the tree. It pulls you away and then picks you up and brings you into itself. You feel a warm, inky, liquid feeling coursing through your mind, through the inside of your skull, as you are subsumed slowly into the chest of the creature. It pulls you in tight.
Brother, it's got me. Help.
Jared! And I throw the hammer.
You throw the hammer at the creature, and it turns and faces you, barely noticing it as the hammer bounces off. And then it looks up. You follow its gaze, and Mother stands in the doorway. It was me. Let the boy down. It was me.